Hello and welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to discuss about VPC peering. A VPC peering connection helps us to facilitate the transfer of data. So let's say if we have a two AWS account, and if we want to peer the VPC across these two accounts, so we have to create the VPC peering. Now, if we create the VPC peering, we can actually start a file sharing network. We can also use a VPC peering connection to allow other VPCs to access resources that we have in one of our VPC. So to under in this VPC peering demo session, we are going to create two VPC. You just see VPC A with the CIDR block 10.100.0.0/16, and in this VPC A we have a public subnet and we have a private subnet with a CIDR block 10.100.0.0/24 and 10.100.1.0/24, and both are in different availability zone. In the public subnet, we are going to create a EC2 instance, which is a publicly accessible through the internet gateway, and EC2 private instance, which is a private instance. And also, we are going to create a VPC B, which with having 10.200.0.0/16 CIDR block. And in this VPC B, we will create a subnet with the private IP, and that subnet will have a EC2 instance. Now what we are going to do is, from the VPC A private instance, which is EC2A private, we are going to SSH to the VPC B private instance. Ideally, from the private instance, EC2A private instance, we cannot just go to the SSH and we cannot do a SSH or ping to private IP to EC2 instance, which is on the VPC B. So what all we are going to do is, in this lab section, we are going to create a VPC peering. I have logged into AWS Management Console. I'll go to VPC section, and in the VPC section, I'm going to create one VPC A. So I'm just going to create a VPC A, and I'll give the CIDR block 10.100.0.0/16, and I'll just create it. I'm going to create two subnet. So I'll create one subnet with the name of VPCA subnet public. And I'll give the VPC. I'm going to give CIDR block 10.100.0.0/24, 10.100.0.0/24 to the public subnet. I'll create one more subnet, VPC A subnet private. I'll give the same attached to the same 1.0/24. This is the CIDR block I have attached to the VPCA subnet private. Now we have to create a route table. So let's go to the route table and create a route table with the name of VPCA/RT public. So this RT public route table will have internet access. So what we have to give the name IGW VPCA, and I'm going to attach this internet gateway to VPC A. So this route table is attached to the VPC A. Now there is one thing which I have missed is to add a route which is 0.0.0.0/0 to internet gateway, which we have just launched it. There is one more route table which we have to create it for private subnet, which is VPC ART private. And I'm going to attach this to VPC subnet. So subnet is already added to private. So this is private. For the private subnet, we will add the VPC ART private will have subnet association of private subnet. What all we have done so far is VPC-A, we have created a VPC and we have created two subnets, subnet A and subnet B, public subnet A, private subnet B with the CIDR block 10.100.0.0 to public subnet 10.100.1.0/24 to private subnet. Now we have given an internet access to public subnet so that we can actually go and log into the SSH, and the private subnet will not have any routes. So let's now I'm going to quickly launch two EC2 instances in each subnet. Now, at the same time, I'm going to launch one more EC2 instance in the private subnet. I'm going to select the AMI dot 0.0/24. I am giving the IP, the CIDR block 10.100.0.0/24 to access the EC2 instance. So for that, I have to give the IP. Just check here. I'm going to give SSH TCP22 to the custom, but to this CIDR block, which is a public subnet CIDR block of VPC-A. So I'm giving only access to this CIDR block to access my private IP. I'm not opening it for everyone. Neither I am opening it to any IP. I am only giving access to the IPs which will be created in the public subnet. So I'll go ahead and give launch. Again, I'm going to select the key pair and I'll launch the instance. Now at this time, what all we have done so far is we have created VPC-A with the CIDR block. We have created two subnet. One is publicly accessed and second is private access, which is we cannot access any EC2 instance with this private IP. We have to go through public subnet, public instance, and we have launched one EC2 instance in the each subnet. So let's go ahead and access the server. I have just logged into the EC2 server with the public IP. I'll just give the user EC2 user, and you can see I'm able to log into the EC2 server. So here you are able to log into the private EC2 machine. Till now, what all we have done, we have created the VPC and now we are able to access to the EC2 machine in the both the subnet. Now we are going to create a VPC B with the CIDR block 10.200.0.0/16 in the same account, and we are going to launch the EC2 machine in the private subnet which we are going to create it. So let's do it. I am into the create VPC section where I'm going to create one more VPC with the name of VPC B, and the CIDR block is 10.200.0.0/16. And here VPC I'm going to give VPC B. I'm not choosing any AZ, but I'm going to give the CIDR block 10.200.1.0/24 and I'll create the subnet as well. Now we have to create a route table for this subnet. I'm going to create the route table and I'm going to give the name VPC B RT and private. We have to attach the route table to the VPC B. Now we are going to launch the EC2 instance in the VPC B in the private subnet. Now this is from this private subnet B, which we have a EC2A instance. From this EC2 machine, we are going to do a SSH or ping to EC2B. For that reason only, I am giving the CIDR block 10.100.1.0/24. So let's give 10.1.24. 10.100.1.0/24. Now this is for SSH, and for ping we have to add all ICMP for the same CIDR block. Now I'm going to launch with the same key pair. Now you can see the VPC-B private EC2 machine is up and running. I'll get the private IP and I am going to do a SSH from this EC2 machine. See, the VPC peering need to be created between the two VPC. For that reason only, we have to create the VPC peering so that SSH or ping can happen from EC2A private instance to EC2B private instance. So let's go ahead and create a VPC peering. To create a VPC peering, we are already on the VPC dashboard. We'll go to the VPC dashboard and click on VPC peering. Now here you can see the VPC peering. Just click on VPC peering and create peering connection. Now here I'm going to give the name VPC/A from VPC-A to VPC-B to VPC-B peering. Now here you have to give a select a local VPC peer with from who is the requester. So you have to give the requester name. VPC-A is the requester. Now as soon as you will give the VPC requester ID, the CIDR block will come and the associated CIDR block will come here. Now from A, I am requesting to access the VPC-B. Now you have a few options here. Select another VPC to peer with. Either you can do it with the same account or you can do it with the another account. Now if you have another account, you have to give the ID of the another account, or you can do it in the same account. Now in this lab we are going to do it in the same account. We can also do it with the another account. The another option which we have is to select the region. You can give it from across the regions. Now here you have an option to select the another region. Now both the VPC are created in the same Ohio region. I'm going to select this region. Otherwise, if the VPC is created in another region, you can select the another region and you can choose the region name. Now in this section, in this lab we are going to go ahead with the my account. In the same account we are going to go ahead and create the acceptor. Now we have a requester which is VPC-A and which is acceptor is VPC-B. So this is what we have given from VPC requester. Who is requesting? Requester is VPC-A and who has to accept it? Except VPC-B has to accept it. Alright, so I'll just create a peering connection from here. Now you can see the peering is created, but the status is pending acceptance. Now why? Because let's understand, if you have this VPC in one of the region and you are trying to access to the another account or another region which is owned by a different user. So they have to first accept it. Now both the VPC are in the same region and with the same account, and I'm the only owner of both the accounts. I can actually go and accept it. Now I can click here and accept it. So you could see once I'll accept it, it will come as an active. So the VPC peering is active now. Now we can see the VPC peering is created, but we still don't have the access from the private subnet. Now, if I could just go ahead and just show you the server, see the ping is still not happening, right? This is the same ping which we have ran it, because still in the route table, this VPC peering ID is not added. So what all we are going to do it here now is to add this to the route table. We'll go to the route table and we'll add the route peering ID to both the private route tables. So we'll click on the private route table of A. I'll click on route, edit route and dot 200.1.0 1.0/24, and the target is peering connection VPC peer, and save. So this route is successfully edited. In the similar way, we'll go to the VPC BRT and edit the route to 10.100.1.0/24, and the same peering connection is what? VPC A to VPC B peering, and save the route. Now we have added the route. Now let's see whether that ping is started or not. EC2 machine. Now you could see the ping is already started. So you can see earlier the ping was not happening because here you could see the ping was not happening because the VPC peering was not added to the routes. Now you can see the VPC peering is allowing to access EC to a private machine. Now we can connect to EC2B private with the VPC peering. We can do SSH and we can ping also. I'll just give SSH -i, the PEM key EC2 /users @ and then IP. I'll just authenticate and you can see I'm able to log into the private IP of the EC2 machine. So now I'm already here. So this is what we have in the VPC peering. Hope you like the session.